Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. My name is Vinaxius and you're watching Hearthstone Arena Into the Pit. Let's jump into it. Our last run was I'd say, although we did not perform the best, it was a pretty landmark run in that we opened up a legendary. It was Hogger, it was pretty cool. I had a lot of fun with it. And we ended up going 4-3, it was with the Rogue deck. And now let's jump in here and hope we get some decent things. Big Game Hunter is very tempting. I like him a lot. Molten Giant is as well, though. But let's go with Big Game Hunter. He'll be able to deal with a lot of things. And that is a good thing for sure. We'll go with the Stranglethorn Tiger here. I think it's the strongest pick out of all the ones there. We could try to go for a Beast theme, but Ascendant Shieldmaster is too solid to pass up, I feel. Here, we could go for the Jungle Panther. Tracking might be useful as well. I say we can try it out. I've never used tracking before. It might be able to do us some good. We'll find out. And sure, let's take a Timberwolf. An early game pick might help a little bit. And we'll take a River Crocolisk for a nice, decent turn 2 play. As nice it would be to have another beast out. A Young Dragonhawk is not very appealing to me. And we will go with the Darkscale Healer instead. You can get a lot of good stuff done if you end up trading and having some creatures left after with like 1 health. Restore 2 and then it makes them a lot harder to kill. We'll take Deadly Shot here. Good form of crowd control. Edit Animal Companion is always a lovely sight to see. We'll take an Eagle Horn Bow here. We don't have any traps yet, but the weapon is always a solid thing to have. And here we'll take an Azure Drake. And look, it's our first trap. We'll take the Explosive, although the Yeti is also pretty solid. Not looking into Frostwolf Grunt that much. Let's go with the Priestess of Elune. I don't use it often, it's not my favorite thing in the world. And yeah, we'll take Arcane Shot here. And we do not want the Stone Tusk Boar either, because it's not going to get very much stuff done for us. We took a multi-shot there. And here we'll go with an Archmage. At this point, I am looking for some cheaper creatures, but not necessarily this cheap. Spiteful Smith, I guess we'll take. And between Explosive Trap and Arcane Shot, I guess we'll take another Explosive. Ooh. Savannah Highmane is also a really solid 6 mana drop. We have 10 cards left to choose. We don't really have much of a beast theme going on this deck. However, we could use a little bit more early game. And that makes me want to play Emperor Cobra. With only 2 traps, I don't think Secret Keeper is very useful either. Now, here's when we have to take a look at things. We have a Timberwolf, a River Crocolisk, an Animal Companion, Emperor Cobra, Stranglethorn Tiger. I'm still really worried about our early game, to be honest. 2 Explosive Traps, a Deadly Shot. But not a lot of creatures that we can play to exchange with our opponents. Let's take it. Whenever anybody sees a Scavenging Hyena anyways, they get a little bit afraid and will react accordingly to try to get rid of it, and that'll at least get rid of some of the enemy's cards, hopefully. Now, Snake Trap is an interesting pick, maybe? It does work well with Scavenging Hyena because then you have 3/1/1s that just go in and die. But aside from that, I don't know. We only have that one Scavenging Hyena to benefit, and we don't have any Starving Buzzards or anything. So yeah, I'm not going to take it. It's too gimmicky of a play that probably won't work for us here. I'll take a multi-shot here again. That being said, now I got a Starving Buzzard because... We'll take the Hunter's Mark, though. we don't have enough beast creatures specifically to facilitate something like that. I say that, and then we get another Scavenging Hyena. I really should have gone for it. Oh, how was I to know? We'll take a second one, because 2 Scavenging Hyenas at least is a solid enough play. And I always like acidic swampies. And now our early game is shaping up to be pretty solid, and I am not feeling as bad about it. Do not really want a second Archmage though. And that being said, do we really want the Tundra Rhino now? I'll say nah, and we'll go for some card draw, which is something that we are quite lacking in here. We have a Asia Drake, and a single Gnomish Inventor, and that's pretty much it. Pint-sized Summoner ends up being a target as well, so we'll take that. I don't know how I feel about this Hunter deck. It is not looking particularly amazing right now, mostly because I don't think my picks ended up doing me very much good. We'll see, though, after we go into this first game, whether or not it works out for us. I'd say it's pretty average. I definitely could have really built on the Hunter Beast gimmick a lot more. But I did not know that I was going to be drawing another Scavenging Hyena and another Starving Buzzard. Else I would have totally gone for it. With only like 7 cards left to pick for drafting, I feel like it was justified of me not to really do anything about it. We'll start with the Timberwolf and Scavenging Hyena for sure. It's a very nice combo, and we get a 3 mana and 4 mana drop too. That is looking really solid. Hopefully we can get some early momentum and start doing some good stuff here. I have a feeling that the Timberwolf is going to just die because it only has 1 health. She'll hear a power, she'll kill it, and it's GG for my Timberwolf. So I'll play a Scavenging Hyena first. Never mind, I guess I do know what we're going to do with our coin. And then hopefully the Hyena lives, we play a Timberwolf, and we can get 3 damage off with it, and then the Scavenging Hyena will probably die. But that's okay. I think we will get a decent amount of efficiency out of it, at least. And next turn we will probably play a Raid Leader because that's all we can play. And then if Timberwolf's still alive, it can kill off the Knife Juggler. Oh, thank goodness. Never mind. Oh, the Flesh-Eating Ghoul's going to be a problem, though. Let's Raid Leader. I think I'll wait on my Explosive Trap for a little bit at least. Hopefully she plays a second minion. She goes straight for my throat. I multi-shot the 2 enemy minions, and it'll be good for me. Fingers crossed. Alright. That looks solid enough. Oh, is she going to wipe the board here? Looks like she is. Okay, I will take that as well. Obviously, that's a very scary Flesh-Eating Ghoul, but easily solved with a multi-shot. I think that was a good multi-shot to use. And next turn with 5 mana, we can probably Stranglethorn Tiger, unless there's something with like 2 health that I want to Arcane Shot. Yeah, not Arcane Shotting, then Raged Worgen. The Raging Worgen. That being said, I don't really like Gnomish Inventor either anymore, which is rather unfortunate. Sea Giant is also not very useful. We'll play out the Stranglethorn Tiger here. And I predict that she'll probably swing for me first, because that probably makes sense. The Abomination's annoying. Let's see how I want to do this. Multi-shot could solve a lot of problems here. Alright, let's do it. We'll multi-shot again. Finish off the Abomination with Arcane Shot. That's all our mana this turn, basically. But now our Tiger's still alive and swings in for 5 damage, and she will probably want to kill it in some way. We still have Gnomish Inventor for card draw, so we're not on the ropes yet in terms of cards. But we may very well be quite soon. Ooh. The Perdition's Blade combo is a decent play out of her. It does leave her a little bit vulnerable, I suppose, in terms of, like, her health. But I don't think she's super worried about it at the moment. I'll play a River Cronklisk as well, and we'll try to swing in for as much damage as possible. And next turn with the Sea Giant, we can be pretty scary here. Rogues have Assassinate though, and then the Sea Giant just dies, but that'll be 5 of her mana for currently 7 of mine, which is... it could be worse. We'll put it that way at least. I think now is a good time for Explosive Trap. So we will Explosive Trap. And yeah, that's Sea Giant. It'll be the most damage, and more damage equals fewer problems because the rogue is a little bit on the ropes. I think a taunt would be what is preferable for the rogue to change the momentum of this game so far, but she absolutely needs to deal with the Sea Giant in some way. Maybe it is with I don't know. What do rogues have that are large and scary? I'm honestly not sure. Obviously the Explosive Trap did me quite a bit of good. Betrayal will kill off my Gnomish Inventor. And with 2 mana left, yeah, there's Assassinate. Pretty much what I expected. But I am not feeling too terrible just yet. We still have our Savannah Highmane and Big Game Hunter. And we can play an Acidic Swamp Ooze, although that doesn't really make a difference. And once again, she's on the ropes. Maybe I should have Hero Powered instead of the Ooze, but I don't think it made a monumental difference. It all depends on whether or not the Savannah Highmane dies, and if the Savannah Highmane does die this turn, then I wouldn't have been able to kill her on my next turn anyways. We shall see. Alright. I think that is all she wrote here. Yeah, it looks like it, eh? We'll just swing in, Hero Power. Ooh, there's some weird frame rate lag. Say well played, and that will be game 1. So, in our first game, I guess we did pretty decently, of course. We did get the victory after all, but I'm worried about the future. I don't think this deck has a lot of longevity. You can really tell just by the first game how slow-paced we are, and how not impactful we are early on. I don't know, we'll have to see as we progress onward. Anyways, this will conclude the first video of this particular arena run. I'd like to thank you very much for joining me and for the time you have invested in this adventure. Hope you enjoyed it. Once again, I appreciate it, and I will see you next time.